You're in the right place at the right time. Listen, you got me and you got Irv Seabrook, the man with the sure hands, up in the house tonight. And we are here. We're going to be talking about NFL Week 2, the Bolts versus the Boys. We're going to break it down. We're going to have our picks, little dark cloud shadowing the Cowboys today. Demarcus Lawrence, rather, not Ware, but Demarcus Lawrence. We might need to go ahead and sign and get Demarcus Ware back in there, bro. How about that, Irv? Demarcus Lawrence goes down with a broken foot. Goes down.
I don't know what we did. I don't know what the Cowboys did, but this is an unbelievable start to a season.
It is.
It's an unbelievable start to a season.
It is. It's a lot of calamity. It almost makes you want to sing the old hee-haw song. Gloom, despair, and agony on me.
On me, exactly.
And deep down depression, something misery. If it weren't for bad luck, I have
no luck at all.
That's right. Gloom, despair, and agony on me. I tell you, we lose our Pro Bowl guard first and have to play the champions, which we fared very well, 29-31. But then, we're getting him back now, Lyle Collins, and we're going to cover all this. And it just seems like it's going to be a rough season for the Cowboys. And so what we're going to do, it has Pastor Palmer. Hey, he says a Cowboy song. Wow. Yeah, Pastor Palmer, I'm going to let my dog loose on you, boy. Yeah, old Jaguars fan. That dog would chase that Jaguar right out of there. That's all right, boy. That's all right, boy. That's all right. I don't know what happened. We ain't got no lone wolf. I know we ain't got the fish tonight. HP, the fish sandwich man, is not here. But Pastor Palmer over there talking trash. We're gonna start our promo, and after our promo, me and Irv are gonna come back, and Pastor Palmer's in the house, and we got some other people in the house, and we're gonna break it down for you. So let's go ahead and check out our promo video. That's right.
Boy, you something else, boy. I gotta give it to you, boy. You something else.
Oh, that's right. That's right. And hey, if you need a video made, hit me up, man. I'm going into the video business. Let me know if you need a video made. We got you covered. Hit me up, guys. But listen, Irv asked me a little earlier, and it sounds like all the makings of a horror movie. He said, "Did y'all guys get any rain down there?" And I said, "Irv, we ain't got no rain." But when I heard that news about D. Lawrence, it sounded like a horror movie, you know? I could hear the owl in the background.
You know what always gets me about the NFL? So Lyle Collins played Thursday night, right?
Right.
Pretty good job. From all reports, this guy gets tested a whole lot,
A bunch.
a
I saw
bunch.
how much he been tested. Yeah.
So my question is, didn't he miss these drug tests or refuse to do these drug tests before game one of the season?
He did. He did.
So how do you let him play game one and then come back and say, well, he's suspended for the next 5 games? I don't understand that.
Irv,
What changed? What changed in between Thursday night and Friday morning when you suspended him?
I remember Irv that we had a player one time. I forgot who it was exactly. Mike came in and Mike went out. I forgot who it was exactly, but I remember them playing a game, and I think it was Zeke. I think when they suspended Zeke one time, Zeke played a game, and then the next game they suspended Zeke. Listen to A. It's about all. It's all about the money. That's how he played. That's how who played, Pastor Palmer. He talking about Zeke, or is he talking about? Because we talking about Collins. Collins is a beast. Collins is a beast, man. He's a beast, straight up beast. But yeah, definitely. I don't know. I don't know how that works, but yeah, it's like the suspension came down and they went and suspended him, but he's still appealing it. He's appealing it. Oh, he said the drug test dude. He said for the drug test dude, Pastor Palmer, and that's Under the Tree podcast. We got a star on here tonight, man. Pastor Palmer's up in the house, But yeah, let me go ahead and give that to Pastor Palmer for being there. He's a Jaguars fan too. Let me give him a little extra.
Oh yeah, he need a whole lot.
He could need that for the season, but yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out how that happened with the drug test. But in any event, 5 games without Collins. We got the scare earlier. You remember when we heard that there was something wrong with his neck, and then he was able to come back. And now it seems like we just cannot get that offensive line like we want to get it this year. You know,
They haven't played together in 2 years.
They haven't. And then the other crazy thing that we've been hearing today is that we heard Jerry Jones came on the radio, and he said that Terrence Steele is going to be the starting
right tackle.
Right tackle. But then you heard the same thing I heard about McCarthy, wanting to shift. And what's the guy's name?
He made Zach
Martin wants to shift
Zach Martin out the tackle. Well, he didn't say that. He just said that they hadn't made a decision on who's going to play right tackle
right
now, because they know they watched Terrence Steele last year in his rookie year. He cannot play and handle Bosa out there by himself. There's going to be no way, shape, form. I mean, it's not going to happen.
No way. If you're going to let Terrence Steele one-on-one with Joey Bosa, you might as well go ahead and play the Bruno Mars song in the stadium. I'm going to leave the door open, because he going to leave the door open. Bro, listen, he going to leave the door open. Absolutely. Somebody say he got an open door policy. And so, I don't know. Maybe he need to be someplace making chicken and fixes. But that offensive, that tackle position, no, I say. Definitely. Pastor Palmer chimes in. He says, I like what I see with the Cowboys. I will never say that again. Laugh out loud. One time comment only. Well, we appreciate that. We appreciate that, Pastor Palmer. I hadn't felt like putting that on, but I gotta get pumped up because I'm the Cowboy King, and we're not about to concede the season. We're not about to concede the season. You know, for those of you just tuning in, me and Irv, the man with the good hands, we're discussing, what we're gonna do this week against the Bolts, San Diego Chargers. D-Law, DeMarcus Lawrence went down today in practice, broke his foot. He's gonna be out, broken right foot. He's gonna be out indefinitely. And so Irv and I were discussing that basically, I was thinking that means somebody will get signed tomorrow, or they already on the phone with him tonight. And Irv was just thinking next man up, because we do have some really good people on the practice squad. Of course, they're not going to be D-Law, because if they were D-Law, they'd be playing in D-Law's place, but what does this change now, Irv, with D-Law out? If we don't sign somebody, what does this change?
It might not change nothing, because he wasn't on the field in the last drive last week against Tampa Bay, which made absolutely no sense. Him, Randy Gregory, our three best defensive ends, never touched the field in that last drive last week. So there's something we don't know that's going on that, it's time for somebody else to step up. You just got to step up.
Absolutely.
We got to put more pressure on the quarterback, but that means in the back end, we got to get better. We're not going to get better with Anthony Brown. I'm sorry. I've seen it for 5 years. This guy, he makes 1 or 2 plays a game, or 1 or 2 plays every 2 weeks. But he's always trailing in man-to-man coverage. He's always in the wrong spot in zone coverage, and here's what the whole problem is. Nobody has ever held him accountable. Dan Quinn done tried to take him off the hook, or it wasn't his fault he got beat deep.
Yeah.
I mean, when he hear that, he's like, okay, I'm good. My coach got my back. No, you bad. You gave up 9 receptions for 118 yards and 2 touchdowns last week. One guy.
What do you think Jimmy Johnson would do in this case?
Oh, he'd been cut.
Jimmy would have changed. Jimmy would have traded him out in the game.
Well, if he was in the game, he would have been out. But Anthony Brown, if Jimmy Johnson was our head coach, would have been cut 2 years ago.
Absolutely. And we've got Pastor Palmer chiming in. He said, I think Irv needs to play nose guard and Cornell play left tackle.
Save Pastor Palmer, this is 80 pounds more than I played when I played my playing weight. So I ain't gonna be no nose tackle. I can't plug up the middle. So no, I'd be on the sideline trying to coach the big boys, but I ain't playing no nose tackle.
Pastor Palmer, I'm gonna send something out to you.
Still much to learn, you have.
You know what Yoda said to you?
Still much to learn, you have.
Yoda said, still much to learn, you have. Absolutely. And we got my man from Georgia, the singer, Charles Gillespie. The man said, singing about the fried bologna sandwich. Mr. Gillespie, how you doing, brother? Good to have you on the show. Irv, you ever heard that song before?
No,
Give me that fried bologna sandwich.
Nah, never heard that one.
And listen, he was on my show some weeks ago. Definitely was on my show some weeks ago. Man, I love the song. As a matter of fact, since he chimed in, you mind if I play it right now real quick?
Hey, it's your show.
We're gonna play some Charles Gillespie. Give me that fried bologna sandwich. It's my man, Charles Gillespie, out there in Atlanta, Georgia. And Charles Gillespie was talking a little trash about us, Irv. You know, he said, hello, sir. He said, I'm good. Fried bologna sandwich. He told me, thanks for playing it. And then guess what he said? I'm a Cowboy hater. Go Falcons, rise up.
Ain't too much rising up with them, is it?
Oh, goodness. Hey.
Hmm?
Hey.
Hmm?
But guys, you can get that song, all major outlets, Charles Gillespie. Give me a fried bologna sandwich. That's right. That's right. I love that song, man. I love it. I love it.
And before you go any further, it would be not pleasant of us not to congratulate the incoming class of 20 and 21 for the Berkeley High School athletic Hall of Fame this weekend that's coming up. Hopefully they'll get a chance to get the games in, but some great folks going in. I don't have all of the names in front of me. I think my teammate from my state championship team, Anthony Johnson, is a 2020 recipient, and Spencer Scott, and I think Miss Copeland, I think it is, or Linnell Cooper, one of them, I believe, is going in. And to all of the folks that are going in, much love. You know, I'm in because of my state championship team in '81. So I hope the rain holds off for them, so they can have a wonderful banquet on Thursday night and get the game in and beat Somerville Friday night and go from there.
Awesome. Thank you, Herb. We're big time proud of them. We'll give them a round of applause. That's our alumni. So we're big time proud of them. So Herb, now getting back to where we were talking about Cowboys and the Bolts. So you and I agree that that we definitely there needs to be a change with Anthony Brown. And I know that they said that they call him Boss Man Fat. Kelvin Joseph is a good cover man, but he's hurt. And so definitely we're waiting for him to get well, for him to heal up. But
they need to play the young man that went to Berkeley High School.
They do.
I'm sorry, he made plays in the preseason.
They do.
And it's the same thing they did with Donovan Wilson when he was a rookie, and he made all those plays, had 4 interceptions in the preseason, and then they put him on the practice squad and he never played. You know, guys don't learn on the bench. This guy makes plays, and I hope they don't just let him sit there. And Donovan Wilson has a groin situation. I don't know. He didn't practice today. I hadn't heard anything about Malik Hooker. Did he play? Is he gonna play this week or not? So
Tampa Bay?
No, he wasn't even. He wasn't even on the roster to play, on the active roster. So I don't know how long it's going to take for him to get ready, but he needs to get ready.
He does. We need him now.
But, he's a safety. So, Calvin Joseph needs to get, he came into camp out of shape, made some plays, but number 40 that they were real high on made some plays, but he kind of regressed at the end of camp. So you drafted all defensive players not to have them sitting on the bench or on the practice squad, so we'll see.
Absolutely. And Charles Gillespie said, congratulations to all the people going into the Hall of Fame. Thank you, Mr. Gillespie, from down there in Atlanta, Georgia. He sends his appreciation. I'm getting ready to say condolences. They don't even send condolences. Send condolences to the Philadelphia Eagles for Game 3. That's right, Game 3. Absolutely, we coming to see them. But definitely, Yeah, we definitely need to change him. So now, will Zeke get back on track this week? And if so, how many yards do you think he's going to have?
Well, they got to give him the ball for him to get on track. That was one of the main topics of discussion today. Is if they can't just put him in single back and just 11 personnel, which means you got two tight ends and all that stuff, and you just turn around and give him the ball and expect him to do anything against a good defense. You got to find good ways to get the ball in his hand. Some screens, put him and what's number 20's last name?
Pollard.
Put both of them in the game. Go fake screen to the left, come back to the right. It doesn't have to be ball rushes attempts, but you got to get him involved in the game plan. And then the other key factor this week is going to be our wide receivers going to have to block them safeties because they're going to bring Derwin James up in the box.
Yeah.
So I think if we can, if we get those blocks, the young man from Washington had 90 yards rushing against San Diego. Joey Bosa is not a good defender against the run. So, I would run right at him, get him with some chips, some double teams, wear him out. Zeke has to have at least 18, 19 carries this week. 18, 80, 90 yards. Pollard another maybe 5 to 10. I do not want to see Dak throw the ball 58 times this week. I just don't. I don't want to. Now this report came out that OC said that Dak changed 12 passing running plays of pass. So they said they actually had 28 running plays called, and Dak changed 12 of them. I take that with a grain of salt. You know what I'm saying? So, but we'll see. We'll see. But Corner, I hate the crowd didn't show up tonight. I got something I need to do, man. But I know you can carry the show on yourself. And
well, it's okay. It's okay, Irv. I'm glad you showed up. Definitely. I'm definitely glad you showed up and gave us some time, man. Definitely we can go ahead and maybe we can reconvene. I don't know. Tomorrow, you said tomorrow night, we got football on tomorrow night, right?
Well, I mean, it comes on at 8:20, so if we do something at 7:30, we might be able to get it in.
Yeah. 7:30. Slide up. Can 7 work for you?
Yeah. I should. Yeah,
maybe slide up to 7. Maybe slide up to 7. We can get in a little earlier and then go.
Oh, no, ahead. I can't do 7. I can't do 7. I got an appointment at 7. But
so 7:30 then.
Yeah, 7:30. But we're gonna have to start finding these no shows, man. No shows, because they know Wednesday night is our night. Oh, not everybody asks Monday, Wednesday night. Now all of a sudden Wednesday night, everybody got something to do. So
definitely.
But, hey man, much love to you, bro. Stay dry the rest of the week.
Thank you, bro.
Stay safe, and we'll see you soon.
Appreciate you, bro.
Yes, sir.
All right, Irv. We thank Irvin Seabrook for showing up tonight. And as we said earlier, man, a news out of Dallas today, DeMarcus Lawrence went down in practice, broke his right foot. He's out indefinitely. We are getting back Randy Gregory, but DeMarcus Lawrence is out indefinitely. So it's definitely going to be a situation of either the next man up or if we don't have the next man up, they're going to sign somebody. But definitely we're going to need somebody because we're matching up with the Bolts, the San Diego Chargers this week. And so we absolutely are going to need somebody in that position. We just talked about Zeke getting on track. My next question to Irv early before he left was, will Dak Prescott continue to set the world on fire? And I believe that Dak Prescott will continue this pace that he's on. I believe that I like the way that they protected him, even with us missing our Pro Bowl guard. And so we get him back this week. Definitely we are missing La'el Collins now, but hopefully we get the right protections in there so that Dak is able to throw the ball. Now, my next question was, will Mike McCarthy continue to make boneheaded calls? I think we all saw the other night where Scott Zerline, I called him Zipline, kept missing the chip shot field goals, and definitely, I felt like I felt more or less like why, if he misses a 31 yarder, are you going to try to attempt a 61 yarder? I don't know the logic in that. I don't know why they didn't go for it on fourth down. You still returning the ball over either way. I see Charles Gillespie is chiming in. He said, I understand Facebook theory, but the Falcons need Cam Newton. Yeah, I think Cam Newton would absolutely be the answer for the Falcons. I think he absolutely would be the answer for the Falcons. They do need a mobile quarterback. They need a mobile quarterback. Their quarterback is inconsistent at times. Matty Ice can be on, and when he's not on, he's off. And I don't know about the Falcons. The Falcons, I don't know. They I don't know how you go from being a Super Bowl team one year and almost really dismantling Green Bay, and then going on to play the Patriots, and then big letdown second half playing the Patriots. I put that on coaching though. I don't put that on them. I put that on the guys that are calling the plays. But then they have returned to mediocrity and get demolished by the Philadelphia Eagles the first game of the season. So definitely. And he said Prescott will be fine. Go Falcons. That's right. That's right, Mr. Gillespie. Said Prescott will be fine. Go Falcons. I'm gonna give you Falcons a little something. Hey, give you Falcons a little something. Definitely. Absolutely. And so, with that, my question, I said, should Scott Zerline still be a Dallas Cowboy? I mean, I think it was a total of 9 points the other night, and those 9 points came up big because 9 points we would have won the game. It was as the mayor of Steeler Nation would say, there are no moral victories, definitely in football, but it was a measuring stick for us to come out and play the champions the way that we played them, because all the sportscasters were saying was I was hearing all week, blowout. Dallas is going to get blown out of the game. We're not going to be able to stay in the same stadium with them. And then after the game, now they've changed their tune, and everything is all different. And so we were able to play and be more competitive. Charles Gillespie says the ice has melted, and I agree. The coaching error in the Super Bowl, yeah, the ice is melted with Matty Ice. Yeah, somebody put him on defrost. So definitely they need to they need to put him back in the freezer. Yeah, because he's playing like, oh, we got my main man Mike B in the house.
You rocking by yourself tonight?
Rocking by Irv was here earlier, man. But we got Mike in the house. Hey. I see that thick band you got going on over there, man.
Yeah, I'm about to probably go ahead and put some axe to it when I get to the
house. Yeah, man. Irv was here with me for a little bit. He had to slide out. Yeah, I'm rocking by myself. I'm glad you chimed back in, man.
Yeah, I was driving, and I heard you talking about the rain, and yeah, so when I left out of Charleston this morning, man, as soon as I got into Georgia, and I almost went all the way around the whole state, it started raining, and they ain't stopped. Now I'm up here in Columbia, and it's raining now. So, and it was that. We call it white rain. It's the rain that it just seems like it's fog, but when it has a glare to it. So I said, yeah, ain't no sense in me trying to talk to y'all. I need to pay attention, but I'm already stuck for the night. So
yeah, man, you need to pay attention to the road. But absolutely, Mike is our he's our truck driver correspondent.
Correspondent. That's what it is. What? You got too much time on your hand. Yeah, I can see that. Brandon, you got too much time on your hand.
Yeah, but Mikey, we got my man Charles Gillespie. Charles Gillespie from Georgia. He's the man that wrote Give Me That Fried Bologna Sandwich. A song that I know would be close to your heart because it's near and dear to mine. He was on my show a couple of weeks ago. Did you see that show?
No,
You didn't see that show? Hey man, listen. I'm gonna play that song because I played it earlier. I'm gonna play it again because I want you to hear the song. Charles Gillespie is the Bob.com, and he's on here. He says, I hate Tom Brady, but he's the GOAT. Yeah, Charles, we nobody likes Tom, but Tom is the GOAT. No lie. But since I got my main man, Bam Mab, Mike Bryan on here, Mr. Gillespie, I'm gonna go ahead and play that song again. Guys, you can get it at all major outlets. Charles Gillespie, Give Me That Fried Bologna Sandwich. Give me that fried bologna sandwich. So let me slide on up here and find it again. Let's see. I shouldn't have to look too hard. Oh, yeah, Mr. Charles was on a couple shows. All right, let me see. I think this is it right here. Here we go. That's right. It's Charles Gillespie. Give me that fried bologna sandwich. That's right. I don't like roast beef either. Left the man. Now she eat roast beef, bro. But then she ended up with the ramen noodle shirt on, the Marussian noodle or whatever you call it, noodle shirt on, bro. That's right. Give me that fried bologna sandwich. Absolutely, Mike. You could make a good fried bologna sandwich one time. I remember you pretty good at fried bologna sandwich.
Well, let me just tell you something. I went through a divorce, and that's the last damn thing I was thinking about was a damn bologna sandwich. So I see he had a Falcon shirt on. That bologna must be cut different in Georgia.
He's actually he's from Mississippi, but he lives in Georgia now. He lives in Georgia now. That's where Williamsville is at, out in Mississippi.
Hey, I noticed one thing too. That wasn't a real bologna sandwich he was eating, because I even remember in school when they used to give us the bag lunch. If it didn't have a grease spot on the bottom of it, then it wasn't no good. And I definitely didn't see no grease spot on that bag when he was carrying it.
Mr. Gillespie said, I understand. You crazy boy. I love the song. I love the song, man. It's an awesome song. He's got some really good music, really good song. I asked him when he came on the show. I said, Mr. Gillespie, did you go through that? He said, no, he never went through that. And so that's good songwriting, because it almost sounds like somebody telling their personals, but no, that's not his story, But I tell you,
that's a good thing, and I'm glad he could incorporate a fried bologna sandwich, which is good, but it's probably one of the bottom tier of sandwiches. But hey, if that works for him, it works for me.
Steve Morgan called it an umbrella steak.
Umbrella steak.
That he says umbrella steak. You know where it puff up? That's right. Umbrella steak.
Okay.
Made me feel like making a fried bologna sandwich just by talking about it, man.
Yeah. I mean, as a trucker and actually going to so many different states or whatever, I guess the last thing you kind of think about when you actually want to get something to eat is, hey, can you give me that fried bologna or whatever? But then I guess if you're in states like South Carolina, Georgia, Mississippi, Alabama, I guess, you know what, if you see a fried bologna sandwich, they're selling it, you got to believe that they know what they're doing. I wouldn't try to get a fried bologna sandwich in North Dakota. You know what I'm saying?
But listen, on the contrary, when he was on my show, I did some research. There are some upscale restaurants in New York, like bistros. That is one of them. That's the main thing on their menu. It was like about 6 or 7 of them. Upscale fried bologna sandwiches.
I can get that, because we are really peculiar like that. Like, so some people who are maybe have money or rich, they don't understand that you can like really go to the store and get an Oscar Mayer bologna pack for maybe under $2. So when they do get a bologna sandwich or whatever, because they done ate everything, they done ate the top of the steak, filet mignon and all of that. So wow, someone is selling a bologna sandwich for how much? Wow, $52? It got to be special. See, we wouldn't think like that. We'd be like, shit, you must be crazy. A bologna sandwich for what? But when you got money like that, common sense goes out of the window. And I think that's what it is. Because there's no way, Cornell, right now, I would go, and I don't know about you, I would go and sit down and enjoy a meal, and they throw a bologna sandwich in front of me and talk about it's $52. I don't.
Now that's the bologna sandwich. That's the bologna sandwich with the Grey Poupon on it. You gotta extend your pinky when you eat that one. That's the one with the Grey Poupon on it.
You know what? I guess, that's just like I used to hear, like back in the day, you know, especially in places in Charleston, Edisto and all of that, that, you know, a lot of people didn't eat catfish. You know, we ate it. A lot of other people didn't eat it. Shit. Right now, man, you can catfish around our area, especially if you know how to fry it and all of that. Man, that's one of the biggest things. So, you know what? I guess you can change your mind or whatever, but, you know, if I am blessed to have a lot of money, you best believe, even with all the money that I may have, I'm not sitting down and going to a place that's going to sell me bologna and think it's going to be all right. I mean, you know, that's just me, but, you know, it's to each his own.
Yeah, Pastor Palmer chimes in. He said he's talking about that $52 bologna sandwich. He said it must be a good sandwich. And
look, we all from the South. We all done ate bologna. We done ate different type of bologna. We had them thick. We had them burnt. We done ate. Look, when we used to go on the summer program, or whatever, they used to feed us bologna till it came out of our nose. So yeah, I agree with Pastor. It got to be a good bologna sandwich for me to actually pay that much.
And white milk.
And white milk. Yeah. Exactly.
Mr. Gillespie says, I have a brother who's a trucker. And ours are homemade. They sell them in Texas at a black barbecue restaurant. And he said he was in Dallas a week ago. All right.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that they don't.
Yeah.
It's just like I said, you know, my motto, because I grew up on it, once you see one bologna, you didn't see them all.
Boy, you was real stupid. Hey, so Pastor Palmer says, I'm going to bite that $52 sandwich slow like a rat. He's stupid, dude. He's dumb.
Hey, I would be eating that sandwich real slow, too. And the more and the closer I got to it, the more I'd be crying because I'd be like, Mike, you're the dumbest person in the world. You know you're going to pay $52 for the sandwich, right?
Oh, God. Oh. So Mike, you look real wise with that beard tonight, too. I just want to let you know. You look real wise. I feel like just ask me like any questions, like, you know.
Look, bro, you can ask me any questions. Now, the answers may actually show you how wise I am. Yeah, you can ask. You can definitely ask. An old man told me a long time ago, nobody never know you a fool as long as you keep your mouth shut.
Oh, and Mr. Gillespie says, love your criticism. That's awesome, brother. No, he ain't criticizing you, Mr. Gillespie.
No, I'm not criticizing.
No, it's not criticism. We like your music. He likes your music. We talk trash about everything. But he was talking about, now when he talk about the bologna sandwich, he basically is talking about, you know, going someplace and paying $52 for the bologna sandwich. But no, your song, he like your song. Yeah, we like your song, definitely.
No, I don't like your song. He's saying that. No, I'm just joking.
You like your song.
I'm just joking.
Yeah. He said, I'm loving him. Yeah, he's a comedian. Mr. Gillespie,
hey,
you know, it came up today. A friend asked me today, she said, who was the bad influence? And Antoinette Rojas was trying to tell me I was the bad influence on her. And I said, well, Michael Bryant was the bad influence on me.
Hold on. Wait a minute now. The more people say, you ain't going to sit up here and scandalize my name like that now. I never was a bad influence to you. Never, ever was I really don't know what you're talking about. And it's actually making me feel some type of way for you to sit up here and tell people that I was a bad influence. No, not by a long shot. Never was.
So what Dallas is going through? Oh, so what he says he loves sarcastic people. Yeah, you will love us then, definitely, Mr. Gillespie. You definitely love us. And it's always live like this, even at a funeral. I don't even want to start talking about that. But
Oh gosh.
Don't even start talking. We got a whole case file on funerals. Whole case file. God, a case file on funerals. But so you think that's what's happening to Dallas? Because like Irvin said, we said earlier before you came on, I said it almost seems like with Al, you got me laughing, dog. I need to get focused again. Focus.
Get focused, Baba.
Focus, grasshopper. Focus. Focus. Okay. All right. With D-Law's foot getting broke, Lyle Collins out for 5 games. They're appealing the suspension. McCarthy making some of the craziest calls in the world. With all this going on, Anthony Brown, who is going to be maybe toast again. You're gonna have to scrape the toast off, scrape the burnt part off of him. He was toasted up, and the coach backing him, saying that he just needed help over the top. And now Randy Gregory is coming back, which is the good thing. Even though they put him in the Ring of Honor, is the curse of Jimmy Johnson still looming over the Dallas Cowboys? Because it seems almost like the old song we used to hear on Hee Haw, gloom, despair, and agony on me. Deep down depression, something misery. If it weren't for bad luck, I have no luck at all. Gloom, despair, and agony on me. It seems, I don't know. The first game of the season, I was ecstatic. And then now it's like, from the first game to now, it's like you're saying, good grief. Is it only happening to us? I know other people are losing players, but what do you think about that, Mike?
Well, I don't think it's the Jimmy Johnson curse.
Yeah.
I actually think, sometimes you got to be careful what you ask for. Not from our standpoint. I think it's the Jerry Jones curse.
Right.
This is me. I think Jerry Jones, matter of fact, I had this talk with someone just in life general. I don't care if you believe in God, Buddha. It's a universal law. Whatever you put out, you're going to get back. You may not get it back, at a point in life, but you're going to get it back. Me, when I look at all of this, I just think a lot of stuff that Jerry Jones has done as far as the Cowboys organization, I just think it's coming back on him. This year he tried to make amends by crying and saying, well, my wife even told me what I did was wrong and all that too. Okay, but that still doesn't stop bad things from happening. You know what I'm saying? So it not to go in the religious aspect of it, but it kind of reminded me of David. And we know that David was a man after God's own heart. But David still had to deal with the consequences of what he did to Uriah and Bathsheba, and he on the outside. He still was a person after God's own heart, but he still had to deal with the consequences. I think Jerry Jones is now dealing with the consequences of some of the deals, some of the things that he did. We may have not have seen, or we probably would have seen, because it's almost like every time we are that close, in so many cases we are really that far.
And I agree with you. I agree with you on that, man. I agree with you on full-heartedly on that, Mike. As a Cowboy, it make you want to go to your TV, and make you want to just, because it seemed like it's the same thing over and over again. And then what really gets me is the detractors, all the people that didn't believe that the Cowboys could do it anyway. They act like they can't. They didn't see the first game that we saw. And then what's crazy is that Jerry Jones came on the radio today and he announced that Terrence Steele was going to be the starter. But they're talking Dallas was talking about, or McCarthy was talking about, shifting Zach Martin may be out there to be on Joey Bosa because Bosa is a beast, but you know Martin can contain the beast.
Yeah.
So shift him out there because for Bosa, it's like a release the Kraken, but we
That's
straight.
right.
Yeah, we
That's
got
right.
him. Got him now. And so but Terrence Steele, bro, everyone was saying he's good at run blocking, but I tell you what, if I could sing the Bruno Mars song, it almost sounds like he wants to say, "Can I leave the door open?" Because boy, let me tell you, he gets beat. He gets beat all the time. It's like
Yeah.
anytime you see somebody blowing around him, and so I definitely don't want him out there. Because I think going back to, and I don't know if Steele was there then when the Falcons had this incredibly good game against us. I don't think it was Steele out there. It was somebody else out there. But
Yeah.
it's like we're like a couple pieces away from having a championship team. A couple pieces away.
We may be a couple of pieces away, but I still, at the end, I still don't trust McCartney's game plan, or it's just the way he does. Like everybody is saying, no, you got a field goal kicker who have then basically missed 2 kicks that was attainable. Okay, but no, you want him to go ahead out there and do a 60-yard field goal, don't get it, and put them in position to score. Like, but what didn't you see that we see? Now, we wasn't on the field, but we're looking through the TV screen, yelling at him like, "Are you crazy?" So McCartney is not, I don't know, like we may be 2 or 3 pieces, but it's almost like you got to have a smart enough person to know how to put that together. And I'm still not comfortable with Jerry Jones speaking on behalf of who should start or who shouldn't start. I mean, he's not the coach. Fall back. Let your coach make those decisions. So the only thing I got to say is next man up. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see, because I thought about this. When Romo was out, we had some of the sorriest substitutes.
Oh gosh,
that came behind him. So when Dak came in, to be honest, we probably said, okay, he's mobile, he's this and that, but we never knew that Dak was going to be who Dak is right now. We never knew that. So when Dak came in, first thing most Cowboy fans thought, man, I just hope you better than Cooper and the rest. I mean, what was the guy we just had some, not Cooper. We just had some sorry substitutes when it came down to quarterback. So if he would have came in and just did half of what those other quarterbacks didn't do, we would have been like, yeah. But every time Dak played, we got confidence. Now, we didn't know. We knew that Zeke was the top running back coming back out, but honestly, we didn't know that he was going to command the game like he did the first year that he came in. So as we sit down as fans, and of course, we lost a very vital person on our line, but we don't know who's behind him. I mean, we know what we see, but that whoever they may put in that position, until we can actually sit down and look at them, they may be good, they may not be good. The only thing I do know is the pressure that we had was coming from his side, and hopefully, and what this is doing is that now, if they even think that Gregory is going to be that person, now the person who's going to take Lawrence's position has to show himself, because they're going to either double team Gregory or chip him to where they're going to make it hard for him to actually get to the quarterback. So
Exactly.
if we ain't got a presence in the middle, and now D Lawrence is out, and we ain't worried about, and we're not worried, and they're not worried about that end. Whoever they put there, and I agree with I read what Troy said. We should have never got rid of Robert Quinn. We should have
We should,
never.
we should have
We
kept
should
Quinn.
have had him.
We paid
We
Quinn
should
that
have
much.
had him. Yeah.
Should have paid Quinn. We should have paid
Yeah.
Quinn because Quinn was a presence, and Quinn would get to the quarterback. That's
Yeah.
one thing, he gets to the quarterback. And yeah, we should never got rid of Quinn. Pastor Palmer says if Dallas goes to the Super Bowl, that he said, I'll buy you two a pair of $52 bologna sandwiches, but you must eat it live on Facebook. But listen, you can save my money, I'll take the gift card. I know Mike will probably do the same. I take the gift card because me and
Well,
Mike.
hey, look, he act like eating a bologna sandwich on the five is a bad thing. Heck, hey, you ain't gotta buy me a $52 bologna sandwich. Hey, if it's a good bologna sandwich, I eat it for you for free. I mean, hey, it ain't that serious. It really is not.
Exactly, they call it who make the sandwich.
Exactly.
When they make the sandwich.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Charles
sir.
Pulaski, the Atlanta Falcon fan, the man that says, give me that fried bologna sandwich, says 16 games to go. Missing pieces have to be filled. He said Atlanta needs Cam Newton. He wants Cam Newton. Matty Ice, and he said it earlier, Matty Ice is defrosted. And we know that at best, the Atlanta Falcons quarterback is inconsistent. I can only imagine. I didn't watch them play the first week, but I can only imagine how bad it must be over there now without the star wide receiver going down to
Tennessee, I think.
Tennessee, going down to Tennessee, yeah. Without him. And what's the guy's name? I can't remember his name now. I don't know why. Julio Gonzalez.
Yeah.
Julio. Without Julio, he's not Gonzalez, isn't he? Julio, no.
He's not good. You just think everybody named Julio should have a Gonzalez last name.
Oh, I'm not thinking like that. I'm sorry. See, you made Chewbacca mad? Yeah. I'm messing with you. I'm not thinking that, but yeah, Julio, their wide receiver, it's not there anymore.
Yeah.
And so I can only imagine because they got Ridley. Ridley is a beast. But I can only imagine because Julio used to draw double teams. So I hadn't watched the Falcons play yet this year. But yeah, that's how the Cowboys are looking. So now looking at some of the other things that happened, the Giants got blanked out. Denver looked good. Green Bay got mortally wounded by New Orleans.
Yeah, I didn't think it was going to be like that. I didn't think that game.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you think that maybe Rodgers is not plugged in? Because I picked them to win this week. But do you think Rodgers may not be plugged in or something like that?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think so you got the COVID restrictions. You got a lot of things going on. A lot of these guys didn't really play for one reason or another in preseason. So I don't think everybody should be jumping up and down on these first couple of games. I think these teams gotta, they gotta get their footing. Roger is who Roger is, and I just don't believe that one game is going to dictate to him. If anything, if he's a competitor, which I think he is, he's going to come back, and I believe that he's going to come back and make amends. So I'm not putting all you can't look at the first couple of games like, oh yeah, these teams going to the Super Bowl or whatever. I mean, you can only kind of sit back and kind of see. Like we kind of know a lot of the things that we do know is basically somewhat formulated on what we saw last year, other than like teams like the Cowboys. I think the Cowboys really just shocked so much people because we had a horrible defense, and then our offense wasn't clicking because we didn't have that. So I seen a lot of people backpedaling because they're like, wow, Dallas seems like they may be that team. But now the good teams like Green Bay and all of that, I think they're going to come back. I don't see them having games like they had. I may be wrong, but I don't see that. I don't. Now, New York just got to dump. I think I'm saying to myself, yeah, we may have a suspect head coach. But my gosh, I mean,
Yeah.
New York. I mean, for what I've seen in the clips I've seen, it's just like they're out of touch to begin with. And one thing I do know is this: I don't care how good the team may be by the roster. Once you lose respect in that locker room, they're not going to play for you. And I'm thinking that may be, we'll see, but that may be New York's thing, because once they don't like the coach and they start playing for you, they want you to get fired. So we'll see. We'll definitely see.
Absolutely. I agree with you, man. I agree with you. And so the Fish, Hodrick's Dolphins did outlast the Patriots this week. Whereas it was a major accomplishment for the Dolphins, but is that the same Patriots team that they're playing?
No.
The Patriots that we're used to?
No. I think they would have had a better chance after looking at Cam's coverage, well, not coverage, but him telling his side or whatever. I think they would have had a better chance with Cam, but I also do know this: a lot of these teams don't mind suffering an L to get their quarterback, a new fresh quarterback, in rhythm of what they're trying to do. And I think maybe, in my mind, I think New England may be that team. If they're still competitive and everything, I think they would actually roll with that, because like Cam said, he said, basically, when you get me, you're going to get distractions. It's a curse, it's a blessing, and it's a curse. And I'll be surprised, not saying that no one will pick up Cam, because anything can happen. You got, 2018, Cam is a good quarterback. It's probably better than a lot of the quarterbacks that's starting. But if you don't see Cam get picked up under any of those circumstances, then it's a little bit more than what is being said.
Okay. All right. And so we got our I'm trying to get up the week 1 picks that we had. I guess it would be good if I had the teams up here that were playing. I'm gonna pull that up real quick. Mike, can you still see me?
Yeah. Trust me, I can see you. Yeah, I can see you, bro. I can see you.
Yeah, and so now is the time, guys. If you guys have any picks for week 2, you can definitely let us know about your picks for week 2. Let's see here. So pull the schedule up. Okay, here we go. Schedule. No, I don't want to pull all that over there. Just this. All right, I'm coming back, Mike. Okay, I'm back. All right, so let me make these words a little bigger, boy. I tell you, my eyes. I got glasses on too, but they small. These words are small,
It'd be like D. Lewis. Be like, I can't see a darn thing without my glasses ever.
I can't see a darn thing, Bubba. Absolutely. So we got the New York Giants at the Washington football team.
Wow.
That's gonna be Thursday night. So, Mike, who you like in that game?
I pick Washington. New York is just garbage. I pick Washington.
I'm gonna go with Washington too because Washington's home. I'm gonna
Yeah.
go with Washington in that game. We got the New Orleans Saints at the Carolina Panthers. Who you got in that game, Mike?
Uh, You know, New Orleans, even though it's one game, they look a little impressive. I'll go with New Orleans.
I'm gonna go with New Orleans on that game also. Charles Gillespie, he goes with Washington in that first game, and
Yeah.
Charles is gonna go with. Charles says no. So Charles, who you going with?
No,
You going with
New
Charles?
Orleans.
Charles, you
NO.
going, yeah, Charles, you going with the Panthers? Oh,
I
no,
think-
New Orleans. Boy, I'm slow, boy.
Yes, you are. Did you have your bologna sandwich today? I mean, come on now.
I don't think so, man. Let me get a little Rick. Let me get a little Ric Flair here.
Yeah.
Wearing, get stealing, woo, wheeling, dealing, limousine right, jet flying, son of a gun, and I'm having a hard time holding these alligators down.
Woo! All right, I feel a little bit better now. All
Pretty
right,
much.
the Houston Texans at the Cleveland Browns.
Ooh. I think the Cleveland Browns bounce back. I'm gonna go with the Browns.
I'm gonna go with the Browns on that game too. Definitely going with the Browns. I was impressed by the Browns against Kansas City. They really, to me, should have beat Kansas City.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was impressed by the Browns against Kansas City. And let's see here. Oh, he said you're all good. Enjoy your show. Thank you, Mr. Charles. Thank you, my friend.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Charles is going with the Browns. All right. So hey,
All right.
we all agree so far.
Yeah.
Las Vegas Raiders at the Pittsburgh Steelers.
From what I've seen, I hate to go with it, but I'll go with the Steelers.
I gotta go with the Steelers too, as much as I hate it. Steelers
Yeah.
had an awesome pass rush against Buffalo. I was really surprised at the defense they had. I watched that game as long as I could stomach it. You know, Lone Wolf. I know he said something about that, but Lone Wolf. As long as I can stomach it, you know, I watched that game. But yeah, Pittsburgh did have an impressive pass rush, and Mr. Charles Gillespie says he's going with the Raiders.
Okay.
They're gonna take the Raiders in that game, which the Raiders did resiliently bounce back against Baltimore. They played really sloppy at first, but it ended up being a good game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it ended up being a good game. The Buffalo Bills at the Miami Dolphins. Hodrick Porche's team, the Fush. Buffalo, the Buffalo Bills going to be bringing them Buffalo Wings down to Miami Dolphins. What you think about that game?
Buffalo. I think Buffalo's going. You know, they got a good team. You know, they dropped the L last week, but like I said, I'm not so much impressed how these guys come up. They you know, sometimes they got to get the coordinates and all that stuff. So I think Buffalo's going to come down there and hand it to them.
Absolutely. Mr. Gillespie says Buffalo also. I'm going with Buffalo too. I don't think Buffalo is going to lose 2 games in a row. And I think that Buffalo is stronger than Miami. I think they're a stronger team than Miami. Miami's going to have to prove to me that they can beat 2 contenders like that. Because I did pick New England over Miami, and I was shocked. But I don't think Miami going to do it twice. I don't think lightning strikes in the bottle for them twice. I don't think it's going to happen. They're going to catch lightning in the bottle twice. And so Cincinnati Bengals and the Chicago Bears.
I think I'm going to go with the Bears. I think I'm going to go with the Bears on this one.
Mike going with the Bears. I'm going to have to go with Cincinnati only because I think that Chicago will lose every game that Dalton starts.
Gotcha.
I think until they put and Mr. Gillespie is with you. He's going with the Bears also, but I think until they start Fields, I think they're gonna lose every game. I think that they could have won the game last week. They could have been more competitive if Fields was in. I watched it, and there were a lot of times, as we know, Dalton is not a mobile quarterback.
No,
he's not a mobile quarterback at all. He's not a mobile quarterback. Los Angeles Rams at the Indianapolis Colts.
I'm going with the Rams.
I'm gonna have to go with the Rams also. I'm gonna definitely have to go with the Rams. I'm going with them. I like the Rams. And Junior Duncan chimes in. He said, "Just woke up, guys. Hey, Sugar Wooger."
Oh boy, I tell you, this guy just never stops.
I'm glad that's directed at you because I was worried for a second. And you started laughing.
This guy he just don't know when to stop. He just
He'll stop, huh?
No.
And Mr.
No,
Gillespie said he's going with the Rams also. He's going with the Rams over the Colts. Yeah, the Rams look impressive. The new quarterback down there looks good, man. He looked like he fit in good with the Rams. You know, it looked like Detroit might have got the short end of the stick on that deal. Yeah, it looked like Detroit got the short end of the stick on that deal. But I'm gonna have to go with the Rams. San Francisco 49ers against the Philadelphia Beagles. Oh, excuse me. I meant Eagles. Against the Philadelphia Eagles. And I had
this is what I call the wet brown paper bag game.
Why you call it that, Mike?
We know because San Fran played Detroit. Okay. So, Detroit hasn't been impressive for a minute. Philadelphia Eagles got stumped. All right. If I look at what I've seen, I would say, San Fran, but I just can't give San Fran. I'm trying not to give San Fran that props because I really think they really didn't play a team. But then on the other side, Philadelphia looks horrible. And I really don't like none of them. I almost want to speak in tongue to tell you who I actually want. I'm gonna go with the Niners. I'm gonna go with the Niners.
I'm gonna have to go with Philly. Mr. Charles is going with Philly. Philly put a pretty good beating on Atlanta last week. I don't think, and the 49ers, I don't think that like Junior said, Philly blew out Atlanta. And I don't think that San Francisco's gonna go down to Philly and beat Philly. Yeah, I don't think that because they were on me because of my pick, but Detroit came back and actually had 33 points. It's losing effort. So one thing about San Francisco is they let down. They let down in the second half, and then on the other side, Kansas City doesn't play a first half. They come out to play the second half. Kansas City always plays lax in the first half, and they come out and mean business in the second half. So I don't know if that's the Andy Reid adjustments or what, but definitely
and I'm sitting there thinking, I misspoke when I said, Philly blew out Atlanta.
Yeah, Philly blew out Atlanta.
But even with that, I wasn't impressed for the simple fact it was what we talked about earlier. The ice and Matty is on the frost.
Yes,
they don't have the offense that they had, so it's almost like the matchups wasn't there. I don't like none of them, but like I said, I'm gonna go against the grain and I'm gonna take the 49ers. So.
All right, okay,
yeah,
absolutely. Denver Broncos at the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Denver.
I'm taking Denver in that game too.
Yeah,
taking Denver. Denver looked good against the Giants. Denver defense, and then plus they got our defensive back. They got our cornerback, 13. They got our cornerback over there, Bo. The one that we wanted in the draft. I'm glad we got now. I'm glad we got. But boy, I tell you, he would have made a big difference against he'd have made a super difference when we were out there playing I don't know. They might still line up Anthony Brown. You know, if we got
Yeah,
Sertan, they might still line up Anthony Brown over there.
yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah,
and
we'll see. We'll see.
yeah, Mr. Gillespie is also going with Denver in that game. New England Patriots at the New York Jets.
Woo, another brown paper bag game. I'm gonna go with the Patriots.
Going with the Patriots in that game.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm going with the
All right.
Patriots. Is that that's a conference game for them?
Yeah. That's conference.
Okay.
Yeah, that's conference game for them. So I'm going with the Patriots in that game too. Definitely. And Mr. Charles going with New England also in that game. So it's unanimous across the board. We don't think the Jets can do anything unless it's one of them great upsets that's coming. I don't think it's going to happen for them. Minnesota Vikings at the Arizona Cardinals.
Arizona, baby. Arizona.
I'm taking Arizona in that game also.
Yeah.
I'm taking Arizona. Definitely. Junior Duncan says, as long as we have Bobby Brown at the corner, we're in trouble. Every little step I take,
I'll be losing.
every little step I make. That's how he looked for real. He looked like he dancing, getting toasted up the other night. Man, I mean, my man passed him. Listen, dude ran past him, and they say he supposed to have, Dan Quinn tried to fix it and say, well, he should have had help across the top. Man, do something, passing the fair, trip him, do something. Don't let him get a touchdown. That touchdown was horrible. Mr. Charles is taking Arizona in that game also. Bobby Brown, I like that. Oh, Atlanta Falcons at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Tampa Bay.
Okay, Tampa Bay. The logical mind says take Tampa Bay. I don't know why I keep thinking that there may be an upset. I didn't see an Atlanta Falcon game against Tampa Bay, but something was just telling me, I don't know. And Mr. Charles is an Atlanta fan, and he taking Tampa. So I don't know. I just kept feeling there might be an upset. Didn't Atlanta upset Tampa Bay last year or something like that? One of them teams upset them. I forget. But I don't know why. I don't know what their pass rush is, but I know one thing. Tampa Bay is going to be successful as long as they block for Brady. Bro, if any pass rush, any team with a pass rush, just like Pittsburgh, any team with a pass rush go up against them, they're not going to beat them.
I think I agree with you, but then also, too, they probably got the best seven as far as, front seven in the league. But we killed them because we basically, as bad as everybody think, and we got a mobile quarterback, but Dak exposed the DBs bad.
He really
real bad. So if you ain't got a quarterback, a mobile quarterback like we got, I just think their front seven is so fast and that number 50, their nose guard. Look here, man. That boy is nasty, man.
That boy,
I think that boy can get in front of a freight train and push it back.
He's a beast, man. He's a beast, man.
So that's why with that, and it may be an upset, but from what I see what Atlanta got, I just don't think they got the power to do it. But I may be wrong.
Yeah, and Mr. Gillespie says, Charles, Gillespie says that the Tampa Bay defense is awesome. Yeah, the defense, that front seven is awesome, but those cornerbacks, they were
suspect.
Cool. They're suspect. Yeah. I didn't understand. They definitely didn't look like the cornerbacks that played against Kansas City. And so
I think they had a person that was hurt or what. But I think even if they didn't have hurt, Dak still was going to torch him up.
Man, he torched him.
And then and not just saying Dak, I will also say as far as the core that we have as receivers, I know we got probably the top 3 receivers in the NFL.
Oh,
So
absolutely. Yeah,
that helps it out a lot too.
absolutely. I agree with you on that. Dallas Cowboys at the Los Angeles. Oh, wait a minute. I skipped one. Tennessee Titans at the Seattle Seahawks.
Seattle.
I'm gonna go with Seattle too. I don't think the Tennessee will get back on track this week. I found out something the other day. I didn't know. I didn't know Ken Norton Jr. was the defensive coordinator of the Seattle Seahawks.
Oh, he is.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Okay.
So that made me change a lot of things. I was thinking about Seattle, and so definitely I'm gonna have to go with I think that these are two hard-nosed teams though. I think Tennessee will rebound, and I think Tennessee's gonna go down there to play, because of their coach and because of their personnel. But I don't think they're gonna overcome Seattle in Seattle. Seattle's really a loud place, man.
Yeah.
It's loud, man. It's loud. And Russell Wilson gonna be acting up this week.
He's
So
a quiet storm. He performs. I mean, he comes out there and he does his job, man. He just he does his job. So
the Dallas Football Cowboys versus the Los Angeles Chargers, the Bolts. The Dallas Cowboys against the Chargers.
yes, sir.
Of course, I'm going with the Dallas Cowboys. I definitely am going with the Cowboys. Matter of fact, I saved the best for last. This necklace that I have on, Tammy Wright and Duncan, you guys can go on Facebook and get you one. I'm going to come in closer with a cleaner shot. Tammy Wright and Duncan. This is my Dallas Cowboy necklace. She does make knockoffs. She makes Philadelphia Eagles, New York Giants, whatever your team is, she makes knockoffs. Right. But if you want the original America's team, the Dallas Cowboy necklace, she will definitely make that for you also, for royalty. But for all the other people, definitely. And honestly, tell you the truth and not fooling, it's good craftsmanship, good work. Got mine last year. Mike's got one too. Tammy Wrighton Duncan. That's WRIGHTEN Duncan, DUNCAN. Tammy, I'll spell that for you, but you should know that from kindergarten because everybody had a Tammy in their class. TAMMY. That almost made me feel like saying MICKEYMOUS.
Pretty much.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Tammy Wrighton Duncan. Y'all guys look her up. Get you a Dallas. Get your Dallas Cowboy necklace, man. It's the bomb.com. And
she does great work. Great work.
It's durable.
Check this out.
Very durable. Very durable. Yeah. I ain't got no problems with my necklace. It's a good necklace.
Yeah.
Go get you.
I used Junior one day to help pull up my truck. But that's a whole different story.
Oh God. Kansas City, Mike. I didn't ask you who you picked. You picked the Cowboys, of course.
Of course, I'm picking Cowboys, and I was very interested of seeing this game before all the calamity happened. But definitely, I want to see. We still got the offense so much, intact, and I hope the energy can come around and them guys can still play, even though, D-Law is not playing no more. But I hope that they can just come together and say, look, we still got a good team, and let's go ahead and handle business. So definitely Dallas.
Absolutely. Mr. Gillespie, Charles Gillespie, picks Dallas also. And Junior Duncan said, here we go. So you talking about what you said about he talking about what you said about using this shade. Kansas City Chiefs at the Baltimore Ravens.
You know, that's going to be I think that's going to be a good game. But I think I'm gonna go with KC.
All right, you going with KC? All right, absolutely. And I'm gonna go with KC on that game too. I gotta go with KC. Baltimore. I don't think their defense is gonna be ready for KC.
Yeah,
I don't think their defense is gonna be ready for KC. It's gonna be a good game though. That's
yeah.
the 8:20 game on NBC. So we'll all get a chance to watch that. Definitely. And the Monday night game is going to be the Detroit Lions at the Green Bay Packers.
I would say who cares, but I think Green Bay is gonna redeem themselves, and they're gonna get one in the books.
All right. Mr. Gillespie took Baltimore on that Kansas City Chiefs Baltimore Ravens game. So okay. All right. Mr. Gillespie took Baltimore, but yeah, I agree with you on the Green Bay game. I just can't. I like Detroit going into the season. I like their coach, but I cannot say they're going down into the frozen tundra and beat Green Bay down there. I think that Aaron Rodgers definitely comes back this week, and if he doesn't, then they need to go and find out what airport he was selling flowers in, because he had looked like a flower child with that hair coming out the back of that helmet the other day and looking around like he didn't know where he was at. And I thought he was going to say, all we are saying is give peace a chance. That's how he looked the other day. To see them score only 3 points, I said, are they that bad, or is New Orleans that good? And Mr. Gillespie also takes Green Bay in that game. Definitely. And so Hodrick, HP, his week 2 picks, his winners are Washington, New Orleans, Chicago, Cleveland, LA Rams, Denver, Buffalo, New England, San Francisco, Pittsburgh, Arizona, Tampa Bay. Yeah, Tampa Bay. How you got? Tampa Bay, Dallas, Seattle, Kansas City, and Green Bay. And he says the total points that are going to be scored in the Green Bay Detroit game is going to be 34-14. Total points 48. Junior's picks are Washington, Dallas, the Jaguars, the Bills, the Browns, the Bengals, the 49ers, the Saints, the Rams, the Squealers, the Steelers, the Squealers, the Pats, the Cards, the Bucks, the Seahawks, the Ravens, and the Packers. Let's see if I can make that a little bit bigger. That's just a little bit bigger. Let me slide it down a little bit. Okay. Irvin's picks, his week 2 picks are Washington, the Seahawks, the Raiders, the 49ers, the Browns, the Broncos, the Saints, the Rams, the Bills, the Patriots, the Bears, Tampa Bay, the Cardinals, the Cowboys, the Chiefs, and the Packers. And in the Packers game, he says that there's going to be a total of 48 points scored. And I think last but not least, we have Troy's list. I don't know when my list. Well, I don't have to do a list because I did have a written list, but I gotta find it. But I just went over some picks just now. Hodrick gonna say, "Man, you should did your list." This is Troy's list. Here, let me see if I can see it. I gotta look real close to see this list. Let me get a little closer there. We got the Titans. Oh man, the more I zoomed in.
Yeah, why don't you just jump into the screen? I mean that's how close you are trying to look at it.
Now, why you knocking on me, man?
Just go ahead and dive into the screen and get it.
I gotta get his list because Troy gonna be talking trash. We got the. Let me see. I know what to do. I know. I'll pull it up on my phone. How about that? Modern technology, Bubba. Modern technology. Modern technology. Modern technology. Hardrick's lists. Oh, did I say the mayor of Steeler Nation? I didn't say the mayor of Steeler Nation yet, right?
Who cares about him really at the end of the day?
The mayor of Steeler Nation, Lone Wolf Alpha Male, says the Washington, Nilla, New Orleans rather, Cincinnati, Cleveland, the Rams, Denver, Miami, New England, Philly, Pittsburgh, Arizona, Tampa Bay, Seattle, LA Chargers.
Still much to learn. You have.
Baltimore and Green Bay. And he says the total that will be spent, that will be points that will be in Monday night's game will be 50 total points. Now, Troy, and I'm looking at it now, and I still can't read the list, but you can work with it. Troy, let's see. I'll do it like this. I got it now. Troy says the Seahawks, Washington, Steelers, the 49ers, the Browns, the Broncos, the Saints, the Rams, the Bills, the Patriots, the Bengals, the Bucks, the Cardinals, the Cowboys, the Chiefs, and the Packers. And the Packers.
So let me ask you a question. So on the Monday night game, is it a point spread? Because I'm noticing a couple of people.
Well, what we did on the Monday night game is he wanted to know the exact amount of points that would be between the two teams. And so what would be the final score? You know,
Okay.
an exact amount of points between the two teams. And so
I think I'm reading what Junior just put down. Y'all didn't put your points in, Corns.
oh yeah, I didn't put my points in, huh? Let me see if I put
No,
my,
none of us did.
oh man. So we were talking about coming back at 7:30 tomorrow. Maybe having
Okay.
a 30-minute show before the game, because the game comes on the 8th, and then talking about coming back, and definitely we can do it tomorrow at 7:30, Mike.
So is that the points for all the games, or just the Monday night game as far as like a tiebreaker? Or
Just the
something like
Monday
that?
night game. Monday night game is a tiebreaker. Troy was the big winner. Troy was the big winner this week. And my man out of Georgia, another Atlanta Falcon fan, my man David Thompson says, "What up, Mr. CJ? Football is back." Yes, sir. Football is back, definitely. And yeah, Junior Duncan says that's the tiebreaker. All right, that's right. That is the tiebreaker. Just in case there's a tie. Okay, thanks, Jules.
What? I mean, so Junior said that's the tiebreaker, just in case there's a tie.
See, I'm not messing with Junior.
So, no, I'm just saying. I'm just trying to understand. He said that's the tiebreaker, just in case there's a tie. So, I'm just saying. Maybe I'm lost. Can you help me out? I mean, is that the reason for the tiebreaker? Because it is a tie? Can you, Cornell, help me out, man?
Yeah. Yeah. Listen, you know we have to deal with Junior for a whole week. After this, we have to deal with Junior. So you start now.
Hey, no, I'm not starting. Me and Junior have our own little saying. I gotta get you before you get me. That's all it is.
Oh, that's y'all say I gotta get you before you get me?
Exactly.
But we got old Sam barking. And Adonis of the Boyz, my good friend. So this is where the cowgirls go to cry. Well, he found his way here. And only thing I can say to you after watching the Giants play the other day is she came all the way back from the Wendy's commercial to ask you one question.
Where's the beef?
What do you say, ma'am?
Where's the beef?
She watched
Cornell.
Yes, sir.
Evidently, he's a lost soul. Because if I was a Giants fan, I wouldn't even talk football until next year, from what I've seen the first game. So for him to call us cowgirls, if we are the cowgirls, what category does he put his Giants in?
I'm gonna give you some Reb. I'm gonna give you some music on that, Reb.
Hey, 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 hey.
I had to give you some music on that because you were preaching, Reb. That's right. That's right. Giants fans should be quiet as a church mouse. They should be. That's all you should hear Giants fans right now was, hey guys, you watching football? You talking football? They should be quiet. And I think that Irvin was saying that Saquon may not play the next game. And I know that he's not been Charles Gillespie. Blasphemy. A blasphemy, I say. He says the Eagles are gonna win our division. I was agreeing to everything you were saying, Mr. Gillespie, until you started with that horror story. And the rain fell, and the lightning was flashing.
Hey, evidently the bologna sandwich, you remember back in the days when they had that thick slice of bread, I mean the real thick slice. Evidently he had a bologna sandwich with two of those slices of bread on it, because right about now I feel him choking. I really feel him choking right about now. For him to come out and say the Eagles will win the division, it's just it's total ludicrous. It's insane.
I'm
It
gonna
really is.
I got one around here somewhere. I'm gonna throw a flag on that one right there. That's penalty. That's 10-yard penalty. I gotta throw a flag on that. And Junior said, listen to this one now. Adonagus says, I guarantee they won't beat us, meaning that Dallas will not beat the Giants. Adonagus, not only will we beat the Giants, we will destroy the Giants. Matter of fact, when we come play the Giants, that ain't gonna be nothing but a dragon. Dak is dragging everybody this year, bro. And y'all must be able to get a whole new team before we play. Maybe y'all should dress out the cheerleaders. Dress out them cheerleaders, man, and then y'all might be able to do something, bro. But no, definitely not.
Well, Cornell, as I look at his picture, it seems like as he's relaxing that there's some smoke or something coming from out of his mouth, which would probably let me know that he's probably not in the right state of mind. So evidently he must be still on that yakky wacky weed that got him thinking the way that he's thinking. Evidently.
He's probably feeling like this.
It's me, Mario.
Junior Duggan said he's smoking amphetamines. And then the Bull says, especially after losing Lawrence. Bro, Lawrence is not our whole team. That is not the whole organization. We will still be competitive. Believe that, bro. If that's what you're depending on. And and Charles Gillespie says, I didn't come up in that era. And Adonga says sober as a baby. So he says he's sober as a baby, and he's making these kind of statements on the show. You might be sober as a baby, but Bubba, you are stuck somewhere in the twilight zone.
Well, actually being intoxicated or whatever you would call it would give you a better excuse for actually acting the way you acting. For you to say that you're sober, boy, I tell you what, the sober thinking is of a drunk mind. I can tell you that.
Adonis, for that you don't earn a punch. Put your face close to the screen. Did I get you? Hopefully I got you with one. But yeah, Donegan says that he says, especially after losing Lawrence, He says he guarantees that we will not beat them. Adonis, that's more of a reason why Dak Prescott will come out there and he will throw the ball at will. Did you see him against the Super Bowl champions? He's a machine. He will throw the ball at will. And plus, that's what he got hurt at last year. Boy, we might hang 50 up there. Don't let us hang 50. You better dismantle your Facebook. I got your phone number at home though, so unless you change your phone number, but definitely you better. Mr. Gillespie says he's loving my show. Thank you, Mr. Gillespie, man. We love your song. We're glad you're here with us tonight. Listen, I got my road dog here, man, my partner. Believe me, we ain't even starting to get loose yet, and we got Junior over there too. Yeah, we ain't get loose like we should get loose tonight.
Two bad influences on my life. I can just say that.
Oh my God.
Two bad influences.
God. Bad influences on your life.
I'm trying to fly right. I'm trying to, act right. If I'm not around Cornell Johnson and he's actually making me do certain things I don't need to do, I go over with Junior and he's just as worse. So I just got to pick people that's actually better for me and the way I want to live, basically. That's right.
Talk to him, Shirley.
I have noticed every time you actually talk about food, you get happy. I'm just saying.
Oh, and so Mr. Gillespie says Dallas will come in second in division. All good. All right, Mr. Gillespie. Junior says you can't pick your family. and Mr. Gillespie says I love my people. And here's Junior. Junior said Twinkies. See, I'm gonna find something for you, man.
You said Twinkies.
Yeah, I'm gonna find something for you. He talking about Twinkies. That's right. You know that's a soft spot for me, man. Put the dog on you, Junior. Definitely have to loose the dog on you, June. Have to loose the dog on you. Absolutely. Junior talking about Twinkies. He trying to back you up. See how quick he done turned and got on me now? Boy, I tell you what. But yeah,
this is an inside joke, but he was the one that told me about when you was going out for football. Let's just say "Lean on Me" was one of your favorite songs. This is what he told me, and I'm really mad. Even though I'm laughing, I'm mad. I'm telling you, I'm mad. I don't like that. Don't do that to my thoughts. Don't do it. Don't do it. I don't like that at all. I don't. I really don't. You may think I do. I don't like it. I don't. No, I don't. Man, it's not all about that. I just wanted to get that off my chest.
All lies. Mike said it, Corns. So I know it's between the two of you guys. Absolutely, it's between the two of you guys. Absolutely. But you guys make the show great, man.
Now you make it great, brother. You man, you know how cool style of our time.
Well, Michael, I'm glad that you said that. And I'm glad that we had this time to come together to talk about the Dallas Football Cowboys. Absolutely. But yeah, definitely, man. We just glad for everybody who was on the show tonight. Mr. Charles Gillespie, Michael Bryant, my homeboy, out there on the road, asking God to give him traveling grace on that road to bring him home safely. Junior Duncan.
Thank you, Charles. Thank you.
Irvin Seabrook, the man with the short hands. Adonis the Bulls, even though he's a misguided young man, thinking that the Giants go win. And Adonis, this also for you. Bob Barker sent this. You better get used to that song a lot. Did the Giants win next week? Will they win next week? Well, they win the week after that. Will they win the week after that? They might, because it might be a bye week. But other than that, this is a song you need to get used to. I'm gonna call this the Donegan song. Junior Duncan says, "Safe trip, Sugar Wooger." But I don't know what the Sugar Wooger is, but I got an idea. I got an idea.
He just, that's why I said I am drawing up divorce papers as I speak from family like him. I don't need him in my stuff. I just don't really do. I'm divorcing him tomorrow. It's like I don't need him. I don't.
Oh God.
Hey, I'm talking over there 'cause we can't get to PPE.
No, man, I'm not. You crazy? I'm not joking, but hey, man, we just glad. We're gonna come back. We're gonna be on for 30 minutes tomorrow, guys. 7:30 to 8 o'clock. To get our the points straight for the game that's coming on a Monday night. If you guys want to chime back in with us, we're gonna be here for 30 minutes before the game starts. So come back and check us out tomorrow at 7:30. Man, my homeboy, my road dog, MB. I'm so glad to have him with me tonight. And once again, Junior Duncan, Adonis DeBose, Mr. Charles Gillespie. Thank you for being with us. Go out and get your copy of give me that fried bologna sandwich. You can get it on any major platform. It's thebomb.com. My man, Dr. Thompson from out there. My man from out there in doggone Atlanta also. So we had ATL was in the house tonight. 2 Atlanta Falcons. Glad to have them. We had a New York Giant fan, Pastor Palmer, the Jaguars fan, the cat that ain't got no teeth. Ow. We glad to have him in there with us too. And for all of you, and I'm gonna end it tonight with Mike. You got any ending words, Mike? Any wisdom you want to give us before we go?
No, sir, you did a great job.
Thank you, Bubba. And
no,
so
I got one quick question. When you said that a cat with no teeth, were you talking about Pastor or were you talking about the team? I just wanted to know what you talking about.
I'm talking about the team. I'm not talking about the pastor. I'm talking about the Jaguars.
Okay.
Even though I think the Jaguars are gonna be a better team, I do love the quarterback because he's Clemson alumni. And Mr. Gillespie said he enjoyed everyone, and we enjoyed you too, brother. Good having you with us. And I see Mike at the Mike. We lost Mike on the signal, but hey, have a wonderful night. Here's Mike back again. We got Mike now. MB.
Yeah, I'm back. I don't know what happened, but I'm back.
Okay, yeah, we lost you on the signal a little bit. So, hey, we're glad to have you back. And Mr. Gillespie was telling us he enjoyed everyone. We enjoyed him too, man. We enjoyed him tonight too, man. We definitely did. And Mike, you keep it safe, man, out there, man. I'm thinking about growing my. Well, I do have a thing like this, but yours just look more. I don't know, man. You look just more like a sage or something like that. Like I can just ask you, like you say, grasshopper, take the rock from my hand. Yeah. I will leave you alone because I already saw. I know you rock back and forth. I saw you. I saw you load the gun. I saw the mental gun load. I've been around you long enough. Gun load. I know that's the recoil right there. That's the But Mike, be glad that we got new music to end on. Cause I know you hate the other song. Oh, wait a minute. Why I'm doing that?
Hey, let's be the team we're supposed to be right here. Let's go win the game this drive. You're all good enough to do it.
All right. Hey, does your seat still got struts on it? I'm sorry. I need help, man.